you need your best players to play at their best to win, especially the further you go in the playoffs. They get a great night from Tatum. They get enough from Jaylen Brown. But really tonight was about Al Horford, Marcus Smart, Derek White, Grant Williams, all having big nights shooting the basketball. Defensively, especially that fourth quarter, I thought that was the best Boston has looked in this series defensively. Great second half. And then it turned into offense. It's a little bit easier mentally if you're, trying to knock down shots, if you know you're capable of getting stops. It takes a little bit of the pressure off of you. Jimmy Butler, slow start, tried to get him going in that fourth quarter or in that third quarter, 15 in the quarter, kept it close, but just not enough. Going forward, I think this is kind of an interesting thing because I know Marcus Smart said something about don't let us get one. I believe it was Jaylen Brown was the other guy that said, don't let us get one. Go back to Boston. Look, this is something that's never been done. Coming back from 3-0 in the NBA. It's been done in other sports. It has not been done in ours. Could this be the first time? Maybe. I will say this. You go back to Boston and you get a game. The pressure for sure is still on Boston. The pressure's for sure still on Boston. They're the ones who are facing elimination. You go back to Boston, you get a game. Then all of a sudden you go back to Miami. Now there's still pressure on Boston for sure because you're facing elimination. But now if you're the Miami Heat, we have to win at home. Nobody wants to play a game 7 on the road in Boston. That's what would make it interesting, I think. They got to win game 5, obviously, to keep this series going. But that sort of turns the momentum a little bit. I think this is more about the Celtics showing some toughness, some grit. I talk all the time about not letting go of the rope, which we see a number of teams do. I don't think the Lakers did that last night when I got on here with on YouTube Live. The Celtics impressed me tonight because they didn't do that. There were numerous times I thought in the first half where Miami looked like Miami. Body and ball movement. They're hitting Bam in the pocket. He's kicking out. Jimmy's drawing a double. He's flipping to Caleb Martin, who's shooting the 3. Didn't get any of that in the second half, really. And that's where the Boston defense was great. Offensively, the execution was great. And I can complain all I want about the stagnation in the Boston Celtics offense. But when Jayson Tatum is hitting shots, I can't argue with that. No one can argue with that because he is such an elite level shot maker. I am interested to see a little bit how much zone Miami ends up playing because they've gone stretches. I can't remember which game it was, but I know one of the games they played zone in the second quarter, zone in the fourth quarter, man in the first, man in the third. How much in game 5 are they going to mix in that zone? Because they did have some success there to start that fourth quarter. And then the other part is the Miami Heat, everything that's predicated on their success in this postseason has been about Jimmy Butler and Jimmy Butler's aggressiveness. Jimmy doesn't always need to score 27 to 40 points, obviously the 56-point game, but he doesn't always need to do that. They blow him out in game 3. Jimmy has had a quiet offensive night. But what he does when he is aggressive, when he is getting into the paint, when he is getting downhill, it creates opportunities for obviously the shooters, but then the catch and go, the Caleb Martin catch and rip, get to the basket. The Max Strus run him off the line, kick to Kyle Lowry, run him off the line, kick to Duncan Robinson. That all starts with Jimmy's ability to break down the defense and draw a secondary defender. And that was the most impressive thing tonight about the Boston Celtics defense. There wasn't a lot of that. There was really good primary defense, whoever it was, White at times, Tatum at times, Grant Williams at times. And that's ultimately why I think the Miami Heat struggled a bit. And then, of course, the turnovers, as we discussed.